Do you know what I like to do before I start my workday? I like to look at some baseball cards. Okay, guys, as a follow-up to my last video, I pulled some more of my sets out, some more storage. You know, I like to try to educate, try to entertain, and try to help protect collectors on my channel. And this is another installment of just looking through some sets, showing you how I store some things. First, when I was going through one of my foot lockers, I had pulled this set out, so it wasn't in there. So I thought I'd start and show you this box, which is filled with all my 1912 T207 cards. And they came in packages like this. They had different backs. The Recruit is the most common. I would say probably the blank backs with no ads are probably second most common. And then they have rarer backs like the Red Cross is one. Walter Johnson's one of the big cards in this set. I need three of the big ones. I need Smokey Joe Wood, Tris Speaker, and Zach Weeder, the three big ones I need in this set. I have the Buck Weaver and the two Cuban players, early Cuban players, Marsons and Almeida. And this one in particular is a very tough card in the set. So I have the T207s there. It's just interesting to point out that these three players, Buck Weaver and Almeida and Marsons, you know, they are not in, I don't think, any other sets together from that era, which to me makes this set rather special. Now, it's also called the Brown Background set, and some people don't care for that set a whole lot, but I really like it. In this box, I have all my Milton Bradley cards, and these aren't the 68 Topps game with Milton Bradley that looks exactly like the 68. These are these types of cards. And they made these in 3 years. 2 of the years are really difficult to tell the difference. And one of the big cards is the Bobby Cox. It's probably my favorite card in the set. Now, these came in a game that looked like this. And I got this from, this was some little kids back in the day, and he put his name and phone number. You remember those little things you used to be able to type out labels and stick them? And this has the full game and all the cards in it. Now I plan, and I hope it's not too long from now, to have a baseball card, sports card, museum. And so I like to gather packaging and things along these lines. I think they will make incredible displays. And I don't want my museum to be kind of flea markety. I want it to be, if you could imagine the movie Unbreakable, where Samuel L. Jackson had that comic store that looked like an art gallery. I want my museum to be more along those lines, like an art gallery. Here's Gem 10 Clemente from one of the Milton Bradley sets. Now this set here, and I like to keep them in these, they're stackable, they protect them, and they latch real nice. So I keep some of my sets in these. And this is the 1968 Atlantic Oil. And I have a whole boatload of these. I may have the complete set, actually. There's 2 different backs on here. These were just ripped off and handed out to customers. So they're almost always going to be in pretty bad shape. And this is the rules back. I believe the rules back is the more scarce back, but I'm not positive. I know one of them's a little more scarce, but I don't think either of them are rare. I think those are the only 2 backs, but there could be another one. I'm not really into backs that much. Here are my 1964, and I believe I have this set, Wheaties stamps. And these are fabulous. And you don't see these too often. You know, here's the Aaron, the Maze. They're real thin, and they went into an album. And I actually have the football version. I have a complete album with all the stamps in it. And I did a video a long time ago where I looked through it. And these are all my 1938 Gowdies, and this is one of my favorite sets, always growing up. So I have a near set here. The one big card I need, and anybody who's watched my channel or knows me knows, is the DiMaggio. And I'm gonna need to pick that up very soon. Then here I have all the Haas and triple folders. And this was the first one I got, of course, for my Pirates with Fred Clark. But this is my favorite one. It has the famous Conlon image of Ty Cobb sliding there. It's Trish Speaker. I got a whole box. Well, I got a number of these. Still have a ways to go for that set though. But those are great. I was introduced to those as a kid. Always thought they were pretty cool cards. What do we have in here? In here we have the 1969 Transogram. Another kind of storage box I use. So I have these. I only have one box with the toy. That's the Bill Mazeroski, and I have it in my other card room. But these are great, not so easy to come by. Here's an uncut sheet off the box. And you will see people try to sell. On the box, there was a card on the back, or cards on the back if it was a multiplayer. And then on the side, there was a little tiny, you know, image of players. And people will cut those off and try to pawn them off as cards. Now, they may be neat to get because they were on the box and they're a picture of a player, but they weren't the actual cards. Those boxes and toys are very flimsy. All the toys look alike, so the only thing that the only way you can tell the player is they put the name on the back, and of course they're in the box. Then I have this box, and I think I'm missing like two, and these are the 1969 Nabisco Team Flakes. Now these came on a panel, a bunch of them, on the back of a cereal box. And you could still find those panels. I've been looking for one, and if I can find the right one at the right price, I'll buy it. But they have some fabulous images. The one, Marichelle, is probably my favorite from the whole set. And of course, it has a fabulous Clemente. But I have all of these, and one thing I wanted to point out was that there were two different versions of these. I wanted to find my, here we go, just for comparison purposes. So here I have one of each of the Brooks Robinson. You could see that one of them has a thicker yellow border and the other one does not. These are the more scarce. These are the more common, but they're both fabulous. Of course, Rick Monday was the first player ever drafted in the Major League Baseball draft. When was that? 1964, I believe? I believe. All right, so we have those cards. And then I have some, you know, I try to find boxes, wrappers, like I said, whenever I can. And man, I have this one. This is fabulous. This is a box from 1965. And it features some great players. And I like to keep it in this box. That way it never gets smashed and I can store it. And then I also have one from 1969 here. Really cool. And man, I can't wait to display my 69 cards with the box, my 65 cards with the box. Here I have the 1973 candy lids, and these were test issue from Topps. And they also made ones that are more rare from 72. And I only have one from 1972. That's the Fergie Jenkins. This is a proof from Topps of Lou Piniella. I have a few of the proofs, and they look like this. Here's a proof of Billy Williams. And I think this may be mislabeled. I actually believe this may be a 1972 lid, which would make it even cooler. Here's my Fergie Jenkins 1972. And let's see here, my favorite one. If I don't have it in a display somewhere. Oh, here it is. My favorite one in this set is the Nolan Ryan. But I have probably a near set in here. I don't know, I have a bad habit of never checklisting my stuff. I need to start to do that. That'll be a long time. That'll be a long project for me. In here, I have 1938 complete set, 1938 National Game Pins. And here is a fabulous Joe DiMaggio with the backing. And then this has some great players like Lou Gehrig in here. So I keep my pins in here for that set. And what do I have in here? Oh, I have this quirky set of Pee-wee's. What is this? I don't know. There's an ad on the back. I forget what these are. They're Cincinnati Reds Superstars cards. If it's a baseball card set, I pretty much collect it. And then I just have some exhibits. These were done. They're not during the playing days, but they're postcards that somebody had sent me as a gift. So that's what I have to look through right now. I will look through some more in future videos, but I want to thank you for watching.